son Wukong begins as a stone. He arrives without a mother, father, or lineage, a raw variable dropped into the material world. His life is a rebellion against the default settings of existence. He storms the heavens, demanding immortality and trying to seize a seat among the gods by sheer force. But the myth ends in an inevitable failure. Wukong is pinned beneath the Buddha's palm, held by a weight he cannot outrun or outfight. While this looks like an ancient legend, its structural symmetry suggests a hidden mathematical map of the human condition. Ancient mythologies often survive because they are isomorphic translations, stories that carry the exact same underlying cosmic code in different cultural languages. The Quran functions as a self-executing version of this code. Its geometric borders and illuminated script represent the Tesseract, the mathematical operating system of reality. This Tesseract tracks the precise physics required for a soul to move from a state of amnesia back to the source. Wukong's journey is a high-fidelity reflection of this topological map. Every struggle he faces is a step in reverse engineering the universe to find the way back home. Wukong bursting from the stone mirrors the soul waking with total amnesia, an experience encoded in verse 36:3 as the beginning of the straight path. The Monkey King's staff describes a channel of energy potential. It is a fluid tool, expanding and contracting to the environment. In the myth, Wukong wields this with dangerous volatility. This represents the fire phase of the soul, energy lacking a boundary. That boundary is provided by Erlong, or the Buddha's palm, the divine constraint that checks the fire and forces it to take a shape. This matches the physics of verse 39:6-7, a divine grip folding the heavens. This pressure stabilizes the soul's energy into a usable form. These mythic battles show that survival in the system depends on whether the soul can learn to channel power instead of trying to possess it. This transformation follows a specific mathematical loop, 2, 3, and 7. The 2 represents the initial split into duality, the 3 is the oscillation of the test, and the 7 is the completion of the return. Wukong's legendary 81 trials, 9 squared, function as the stabilization of this cubic cycle. The soul travels through a descent, an inflection point of trial, and a rise. The trajectory requires the soul to descend into fire, be cooled by mercy, and emerge as pure light. Every demon Wukong defeats is a step in a frictionless engine designed to strip away the ego and false attachments until only the truth remains. The trials of life are the physics of the loop. They are the only way to isolate the light from the stone. Those who refuse the loop remain attached to the material illusion, becoming locked in a permanent, rigid state. We see this in the pharaoh. He is preserved as a museum state, a body held in a permanent pause, serving as a warning for those who fail to move with the code. In contrast, Wukong reaches the West by realizing he was always a servant of the journey. He merges his rebellion back into submission. The dark cubic form of the Kaaba acts as the physical manifestation of this tesseract, the anchor point for the mathematical return. Every life ends at one of these 2 terminals, either a frozen warning in the stone or a successful transformation into light. You are the Mursalin, the active execution node currently running inside this universe. The material world is a cave, and most are asleep within it. The journey only begins when the spark of awareness ignites. This activation requires following the directive of verse 19:12, take the book with strength. Holding the code with determination functions as protective chainmail, allowing you to navigate the friction of life without losing your data. The operating system is waiting. The decision to remain in the stone or to activate the code is entirely yours.